Easy PJ. All right. Oh, did he even bump him? He's got that season 1 SSL decal. We like to see it. Hey, Dewey. Ooh, waited a half second too long on that one. PJ, just get back, 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 get back. You got it. Nice. Gonna lob that up for him on the wall. Maybe he gets there first. No, he doesn't. That's okay. I didn't know where that other guy goes. I'm just gonna lob that. He plays that to me. Nice. Get a reset underneath him. And Musty. Oh, no! Close one. Prevailing? I would agree with that, Matt. How you doing? Ooh. I went for the fancier play. PJ doubles those. I trust him. No problem. It's probably a dunk. Never mind. You did not touch that at all. Teammate should be fine on this. Nice. Okay. I'll take that pre-jump. Good jump, PJ. Hi, GOG. Hey, buddy. It's going well, Dewey. Let's watch some NFL today. All right, well, I tried to put that back post, but apparently that guy pre-jumped that, so we'll take the dunk off the double. A little reset in there as well. Yeah, I was like, I think I waited too long, but nope, he was actually just not chucking that away. I like it. Gonna lob that up. Never mind. Good job, teammate. Ooh. I like the idea of what he was going for there. Watch out, teammate. Oh, never mind. That's fine. Good flick, good save. Ooh, nice flick. I didn't think he'd get that. Did Juvee spawn spot when that happened? I am a partner with them. I wouldn't necessarily call that a sponsorship. But if you guys use !Juvee and go to the Juvee link or use the Danger Taco, if you check out there, you not only support the channel, but you get a discount. And it stacks with any other discount they have on their websites. I'm gonna probably have a sponsored stream by them next month, though. I'm gonna have 2. So they have a new flavor coming out, and it sounds really good. So I'm gonna shout it out on the channel. We'll probably make those kind of more special streams, maybe like a review stream or like a viewer game stream. So. Oh my God, he almost actually peeked right there. I'm gonna pre-jump this. Oh, we got that. Okay. Yes, PJ, I love it. Flick, 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 flick. Imagine if he flicked. That's fine. I'm just gonna pop that up. Not really to anywhere. I want it to slow down. Gives us more time to get back. I don't think really he has a beat on that, and he doesn't. So I'm gonna catch this. I'm gonna take that high. I just realized teammate moved forward and not back. Oh my God, that almost made me piss myself. That was not a good touch by me. That's fine. He took the wide angle and he lost it. Uh-oh, buddy, you have to take it back. You have to take it back. You have to take it back. I think he doesn't have it. Okay. Soft touch. We're going to grab boost and then go middle because he's just going to hit it there. Yes, sir. What did I tell you? I heard a demo, though, and I knew he was there. He's cheating up into no man's land. I want to see how high he went. Steal that. Ali. Oh, sorry, teammate. Teammate had a good read at that. I just didn't trust that he had the approach that he probably needed. Teammate, you gotta turn down. That's probably fine, right? We're gonna quick flick that. I don't like artificial grapes, so orange is always better. Well, next one is grape-ish, hilariously, the Juvee flavor. But Juvee has never let me down with a flavor, so I think it'll be better. Also, I feel like artificial grape for the soda, and it's too, like, grape, all fruit is sugary to a certain extent, but I feel like grape is, like, artificial to the point where it's like actually distracting. Whereas obviously orange soda doesn't taste exactly like an orange, but I feel like at least it tastes a little bit more restrained. I feel like grape is like just slapping you in the face. Like, this is a grape flavor. I'm like, I get it. But I don't need that, you know? I don't need that. It's cherry. I mean, cherry is tasty as a flavor. I personally, there's a soda manufacturer. I think it's just in the Northeast. Maybe it's a national brand. I've never seen it nationally. But it's called, it's Stewart's. And they make a soda, black cherry soda that is, oh, it is, to this day, a soda I think about. Like, I think about it all the time. Because people are like, well, I have cherry soda, I've had cherry Coke. No. It's like its own flavor. But it has like a very distinct taste to it. So if you ever go to a store and you see a Stewart's root beer or Stewart's orange soda or Stewart's black cherry, grab it. I think they come in glass bottles, which I think just taste better than aluminum. And also they come in packs of 4. Quality purchase, would recommend. I think green grapes would be better because sweeter. I like green grapes better than any other grape, but I feel like when I think of grapes, I don't think of green grapes. I think my sugar tolerance has kind of gone down to a certain extent. I know growing up, my mom would always have white grape juice in that home. And I don't know why, but like I tried it the other day and I actually could not drink it anymore. It was just like way too sweet. I was like, Exactly, that's how bad it is? What? No, cherry's not bad at all. I love cherry stuff. Vanilla cherry Coke also is a pretty solid Coke flavor. You could get those in like the remix, in like the remix machines at my college. It was the only time you could ever find them. I loved it. Ooh, I like the part where I miss. Hey, Cyber. No, that's too generic. If you want specific settings, I can just type out what it is as a command. Exclamation point cam, exclamation point binds, exclamation point I got dusted. Oh, never mind. Okay. Nice. Says Stewart's is at Walmart. Really? Lit. That was kickoff loss. And he's in a Mustang. What decal is that? That was kind of sick decal. I don't know what the juice is rocking, but I'm a fan. There's no way he still had the boost for that. Halfway through that, I realized that touch was not going to be what I wanted, so I was like, I'm just going to assume I can turn around on this. What? Thank God it didn't bounce in. Why are you... Stop flicking it up! We don't have boost! Christ almighty, teammate. Now you have boost. You have to go, and you went too late. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. These guys are just, oh my God, he's chasing hard. I should have known that. I was like, I just gotta back up, right? Oh, that was a really, really rough bounce. So hard that neither of us got that read, me or the enemy defender. Okay, this is a sloppy game, holy. Oh, That's crazy own goal. I'm trying to learn a foot reset, but it's slow, any-air turning into my first time grinding. No, it's not helpful, just fun. I know it's not helpful, just fun. Okay, well, as long as you acknowledge that, because whenever someone in here is trying to learn how to foot reset, my first question is what rank are you, or are you stuck in a certain place? Because 90% of people who want to learn how to flip reset or learn how to do any advanced mechanic simply just has no interest in actually like learning fundamentals, and then they get hard stuck because they're like, I'm trying to learn how to flip reset. I still don't really know how to fast arrow consistently. Also, I can't air dribble at all. Also, I can't blah, blah, blah. Also, I'm just starting to learn air roll left or whatever. And I'm just like, buddy, like you're skipping 6 steps in this mechanic process. Oh my God. Just as you say that. Hey, Veggie. Stewart's is at Walmart is kind of crazy. There's a Walmart near me. I kind of want to go get Stewart's root beer now. I don't drink root beer at all, but if I could get some black cherry soda, then... I'm stuck C1 with free air roll. I mean, the type of air roll you employ isn't necessarily like locking you in. Why does it take you so long to get middle? This is the second time we've had a kickoff goal where like something's gone middle and you've taken forever to get. Why are you going to the corner? Why are you not using your boost? Why are you jumping on that one? So many questions. That man actually got the corner boost and then moved upfield to pad. What are we doing here? Like, you know that shot's gonna be there. Oh, I didn't flick that the way I wanted to. How do you stream on PC? You play the game on your PC. And you have a program that streams it. Approached that a little too direct. I was trying to manage my boost a little bit more effectively and did not. Turn. Go. Okay, grab your corner. Nice touch, I like it. I like it not when you flip into it, but that's okay, I like it. Flick now. Oh, he bumped me away from my double. I don't mind it. Don't demo me. Nice speed. Open net. Perfect. Well done. I just never binded them. I can air roll. I mean, you can air roll, but if you're trying to learn how to directional air roll, I mean, it's really just about practice. You just drill it really hard. I think a lot of people think it's like intuitive, and it really is not at all. I think learning directional air roll is a very confusing process because it doesn't feel like natural at all and how you have to think through it. What is free air roll? So there's regular air roll that gets binded by default when you play the game. That's, you press a button to activate air roll. So instead of your left stick being how you lean up and back and turn left and right, when you hold the air roll, it controls your axis. So if you hold L1 and press left on the left stick, your air roll will turn to left. Or if you hold L1 or your air roll button and then press right, it rotates you right. Whereas there's another button where if you press it, your car automatically, without any input from your left stick, turns to left. And that's what I use. And obviously there's also air roll right. I personally believe you can make do with anything. I just think certain mechanics and certain setups are just a little bit easier when you have a directional air roll, aka air roll left or right, rather than when you're playing kind of the janky aspect of I think free air roll just kind of restricts you in very specific ways. Not like horrible ways, like you're crippled and you're ruining your skill development, but I always just, I feel like I played on it for many thousands of hours on free air roll, and then once I switched to the left, suddenly I was like, oh wow, this suddenly became way easier to do. What button should I use directional? Whatever one you want. I use it on L1 just because my hand hovers on L1. That's where my index finger lays. If he didn't bump me, I could have gone for that goalie. You went for that? That's a psycho move. Oh my god, he hit it right at me. I was like, oh, I'll probably hit that behind me, right? We're just gonna hit it past that first guy, but lightly, so it's not super far out of the way. Nice. Teammate might get ball down here. He does, yeah. I was not sure if he had the pinch or not. I didn't want to dive in on that. And what side? It does not matter, dude. Anything regarding controls is all up to you. There's no perfect thing. I think everyone who's trying to Google, like, what's the best control setup? What's the best button to bind to? What's the best sensitivity to use? Those are all, like, just people trying to cope, hoping that there's some ideal outcome. In reality, I don't really think there's any... I don't think there's any setting we've all universally agreed should be this default outside of FOV. Like, I think everyone should have it at a 110. There's really no reason why you wouldn't want it at 110. I can't think of too many other arguments on why you wouldn't want a maximum FOV. Because that way you see more of the field. Everything else is up to your own personal taste. It's probably... Oh. And 2 is the biggest way to have run flipper set, aerial 3s, blah, 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 blah. I mean, 2s is definitely, I think, people's favorite because you have a lot more space to create, and 3s you get pressured so quick that you don't really have time to bust out certain mechanics. Like, I do notice ever since I started playing 2s, I definitely have added a lot more solo play potential, and I think it does kind of help me get more comfortable with the idea of going for a lot more solo plays. That being said, like, it's also a game mode that suffers greatly because of the massive amount of solo plays, because everyone in this game mode thinks that it's the only thing you should do. So it makes for some awkward things when you have a teammate who has a massive ego because, you know, GC2 is just full of those people. And so they're like, well, don't worry, other teammate, I can save the day by only touching the ball onto offense by myself and never doing anything to facilitate anything else. And just, they do that over and over and over. And when it fundamentally doesn't work, oh, you gotta hit that. Then, you know, comes together. I have it at 108. Why? Why? Like, seriously, what those, did you actually put it on 110? You're like, oh, this is impossible. And then you put it on 108 and you're like, ah, perfect. Like, what? That's so arbitrary. Nothing more satisfying than good passing play? Oh, I love good passing play. I didn't realize he lost it that early. I waited so long to go for that. Nice. .108 is so funny to me. Like, I've never heard anyone have it on. I've heard people had it on 105, and I played on 105 for a little bit until someone was like, why? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know why, actually. Oh my, Zelix terrifies the crap out of me. I do not like how this man plays at all. Makes feels easier. You really played on 110 and you were like, ew, and then you played on 108 and you're like, this is perfect. I don't believe you. Yeah, I was like, that's too low for me to actually get a clear, but... I actually had a wave dash on that, but I wasn't facing directly forward, so I was like, I can't really take advantage of that. All right, Zelix, keep it high, keep it high, keep it high, keep it high. Perfect. 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 Bump him. Yes, King. Yes. 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 I'm going to chase and go for a demo because they don't expect it. No, don't spawn over there. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play that across. Teammate, all yours. That's actually a very straightforward solo play for you. Perfect touch, and the dunk, and the dunk, and the dunk, and the dunk, and the dunk. Close one, close one. You just couldn't get around it. Well, I think a lower stiffness is nice because it moves out the camera so that you can actually have a chance of seeing more of the field when you're going faster. I think that's an important thing because when you're going maximum speed across the field, I think sometimes you do lose a little bit of perspective. So having a lower stiffness, I think, helps remedy that a little bit. A little over aggressive, but I'm like, I don't think they have a good clear on that, so I think we're fine. And I was right. Might be game, actually. Oh, never mind. That was a little risky by me, I'm not gonna lie. That one's a fair double commit. We were both kind of not locked in on that. I'm just gonna let him have that. Wave dash into a flick. Close. I don't think he has that. Oh, good coverage. I was gonna pass that middle, and then Zelix turned around at the exact distance I didn't want him to, and I was like, dang, well, kind of wish you didn't do that, but that's okay. Oh. Teammate, you were on the backboard. Did I not see that properly? Oh. Close one, good save. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of peak by them. I'm not gonna go for that ball. I will go for whatever comes next. Oh. Roll. I'm gonna hit that. Oh my god, I saw him off the wall. I saw his tag early. I thought he was jumping, so I was like, I need to flick that, but I was not actually locked in on that read. I might get balled on here. Just kidding. Okay. Hey, Jack Nor. What's going on with you? Oh my god, they're gonna let him double. Oh my god, they let him double! Look at him go! Side effect says hi. What a play. I'm gonna change to 110 and Joe to gold. I don't, wait. OG, I genuinely don't get why you would ever set the FOV to 108 and then you wouldn't set it to 110. Like, it's not a huge difference, but I'm just like, you're actively, maybe you're not losing a massive amount of information, but I'm just like, why not? Like, at that point. Hell no, how dare they? Sada, I mean, thanks, welcome to the community. I don't really know who you are, but I guess, welcome in. Win streak, a little bit. I genuinely don't understand how I didn't hit that. Oh, I'm your dad. I'm your dad. All right, I'm gonna go yell at Zealous again. Good. Tell him to score more. He only scored 4 of the 4 goals that won us that last game. Man, I got a little overthought. I was like, is he touching that or not? He's not touching that, Donnie. Nice. Perfect. Buddy. Oh my god. Okay, I had to get out of the way of Donnie. I was like, if I'd save that, that'd be hilarious. Hey, Senator Fox. Whoever said that in Twitch chat, it's my brother's birthday too. Hey, well, happy birthday. You have a good Christmas? Yeah, it's all right. We're chilling. Got a little stream. Oh, he's a sniper. He's a sniper. Got the collegiate connection. This is Donnie from Louisiana State University. Oh my god, it's just too easy. Just too easy. Granted, I'm also confused on where this guy's teammate was. 7 went to the corner, missed the corner, went to the side boost, grabbed it, didn't use any of the boost on recovery, then got scored on. I don't know what it is with like this new generation of like twos players. They'll like go to the corner, grab some boost, and then they won't like use any of it. And I'm like, I understand you want to be conservative on how to use it, but like sometimes you're like, you have 100. Like people, I'm seeing like teammates get scored on with 100 boost in their tank. And I'm like, what's the point of gathering the boost if you're never gonna use it? Like I understand you don't want to use all of it, but I mean, you got 100. You can pump the gas a little bit on that, right? Not gonna lie, I missed that corner boost. I was trying to have it all. These guys are not having a good time. Okay, Chad, that's a banger. That's a banger by me, Chad. That might be the best one, Chad. That might be the best one ever. How much does swivel speed affect gameplay? I would say transition speed is more important. Swivel speed is mostly just trying to use your right stick to see the field. I don't do it as much as I should. If you guys ever watch like Beast Mode POV, he does that a lot actually. He'll be like flying around the field and then casually, like as he's going back, he'll just kind of glance like that real quick with his right stick. Because yeah, you can get a lot of just like transitioning like that and seeing like where everyone is, but sometimes the right stick is good to get like a real live time perspective on like, all right, they're there. I should be doing this or X and Y. Nice. What's your transition speed? I think it's 1.8. Hey, freeze! Can I help you? Can I help you, teammate? What the hell is that? I was literally right on the ball and he's just like, get out of my way. What was the point of, did he DC? I don't even know. Trying to get diamond, I'm good at air dribbles and ground pitches. What should I do? Learn how to fast air and actually do an air dribble consistently instead of trying to do a, I don't know, super over the top play. Also, you're about the rank where you actually need to start thinking about what you're doing and not just go fast. So start thinking about why you're hitting the ball where you are. Are you hitting it just to hit it, or are you hitting it because you actually had a plan? Okay, that's just in. All right, cool. You know what? If you take that one, I don't care as long as it's in. Favorite active RLCS player? Good thing he said active, because I was going to say JNaps. I don't know. I like a lot of different teams and players, but I like any player that's like very clearly like a very smart player. I like Rise. I think Rise is definitely a really fun player to watch because he's mechanical, but at the same time you can tell like a lot of his decisions are just through like really solid positioning. Appjack's another really good player. I think players should, who rightfully has like a very big presence on YouTube and whatnot, because he's teaching people how to play. Oh, that was not the guy I thought would chow. Ooh. I think FL Javi might be a bot. That he genuinely does not give a crap about rotation. Por qué no estos? I feel like he's just done nothing but chase. He is missing the occasional catch, though, which makes you wonder. Oh, that's really funny, actually. He should sell out. No. Never mind. He's not a bot. All right. Also, Diamond is just saying pay attention to your team. Going for a dumb shot or not makes the game. Well, especially in twos, a lot of players don't understand that, like, you have to be able to facilitate your teammate a little bit. And I think a lot of people just kind of mean that to be like, oh, I just gotta, like, play aggressive. And it's like, well, the thing is like, when I say facilitate your team, I'm not saying pass it all the time or be crazy. But, like, when you're going for a ball off the backboard, you have to understand that, like, if you miss that, or you don't have a good recovery in, you're probably just like functionally giving your teammate a counterattack to deal with, like an odd man counterattack that kind of screws them over. You know, you could have passed that, but of course you didn't, so. Like right there, that's a play that actually not that hard to make. You know, you go for a little dish. But the thing is, it's also way easier if you just passed it to me. Ball's always gonna move faster than any individual player, so whenever there's a position like that, where it's like, hey, that's open, and my teammate's closer to that play than me, then you should probably play it to me, instead of going for the selfish option. Now you can dish. Or not. You want to leave it? No, of course you don't. Okay, now you leave it. Well, that's really confusing, so... Hello, Shadu. I forgot if I said hi to you. Ooh, Child had a really good time. I didn't think he'd go for that. That's okay. I screwed up that touch a little bit, but it's okay. Now my teammate's gonna go to the ceiling on a ball that's very clearly going middle. Oh my god. I do plan what I do though, like I actually swear down. Well, the thing is, yeah, that's all well and good, but you're saying like you're good at air dribbling and all that stuff, so I'm like, you're still decisions you gotta make sense of. Like at the end of the day, like if you can have the mechanics of being able to air dribble and you can fast aerial and you can take soft touches, you can keep control of the ball when you need to, you can, you know, make incisive plays, and then on top of that, you have good decision making. If you're still in Diamond, you're not doing one of those things correctly. So you have to self-analyze. I don't know what your gameplay looks like. All I'm saying is that when I hear people say that, usually I watch them and I'm like, actually, I don't think you're playing with intent as much as you are. Or if you, or at the very least, your understanding of your intent and your game sense is a little off. Okay. Oh my god, I was about to say, I'm like, if you actually let me cut around that. That's okay, teammate doesn't get flicked here. It's okay, it's okay. Good job, Nep. All right. Not the best flick, but it's an early one and it's direct on target, which means it's kind of hard to get around it. Sometimes the best flicks are the ones directly out there. Mayhaps, would you toss me a sign if we win? No problem, I got you, Nep. He wants a Steam sign. He's a homie. Gotta win it for the taco appreciators. Bang, goal. Look at the reset. Look at the reset, chat. Never too late to say hi, but there's an eventual point where it's too late to say goodbye. So go, wow, that's kind of hardcore, I'm not gonna lie. So we call hashtag deep in the industry. Cool. Bruh. Ooh, good fake. Just trying to lob that down line so it's a little bit more weird. Just winning that in open space. Not the best touch, but alright, bonked him a little bit. Donnie, no. Don't slap me like that. Just found the right creators like Doggo. I don't know about the right creators. We're not the wrong creator, though. The YouTube Shorts scripted videos? What? Wait, what? Are you guys... Hold on. I'm missing context. Is someone accusing me of having scripted YouTube videos? Oh, I don't know how I got a 50 and the demo, but that's kind of hardcore. Nice. I don't know why you're on the sideline. Okay, we're good. No problem. Let's grab some pads. Oh wow, he actually got the perfect amount of height on that. I hit that as high as possible because I'm like, surely he won't go extra high, and he did, so. Scripted videos on YouTube from like West and Musty? What do you mean scripted? Like you want like live gameplay reactions versus like them where they're like, I made a pack and I introduced it to blah 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 creators to see if they like that stuff? That's not like, I don't know, scripted feels like a negative pejorative, like where you're like, scripted as in like it's fake versus like, do you just mean like there's a storyline? Because objectively those videos perform way better than natural gameplay clips unless it's like an actually insane clip that you're getting. Ah. Buddy? We gotta sign our teammate real quick. Signed by DT's. Art. You brother man. Our community's so nowadays. I mean, there's just only so much stuff you can make within that hasn't already been done. That's why it's so funny to me that Leth is like, I think the community is just a little defeated right now, honestly. The fact that Leth is coming out with such ridiculously over-the-top videos, like he made skiing in Rocket League where you can go down a slope and like slalom, and there's like skis attached to your car tires in 1 hour. And I saw that, I'm like, that's so unique and cool. I love skiing. And apparently he's like, yeah, this is like my worst performing video I've had in a while. And I'm like, that's gotta be so deflating to put so much work into something, and then people are just like, I don't want to watch that. I think narrative-based videos are still very good. Like, I think Waitin is, I still would say, is the best content creator in Rocket League, because every video he puts out is incredibly high quality. Left videos deserve more, I think. Well, I mean, it's tough because he's kind of monopolized everything when, oh my God, it's Bubs! It's, he's kind of monopolized the map building. Like, Simple Shark and all them kind of just, like, get coalesced into his, like, engine of his creation. But ultimately, yeah, it's a little tough. I know Miss Macho, she was trying to do map creation for a while, but she gave up on it. Well, I don't want to say gave up, but like stopped doing it or prioritizing it, because she was like, unless you're Leth, you just don't get views on it. And which is crazy because I'm not sure if you guys know, but Miss Macho is literally employed as like an environment artist for Santa Monica, for what's it called? Whoever made the God of War series, she designed some of those environments, like that thing, the blah, blah, blah Santa Monica. Like, incredibly talented person, and she's got a lot of artistic direction of what she can do. But even she's like, yeah, I can't compete with Leth, because just no one wants to watch anything unless it's Leth. I would say part of it is maybe the collaboration, because part of it is that Leth only gets the map, but on top of that usually drags in like Flitz or drags in like other creators. Because objectively, when I've watched Leth videos, I don't really am not super interested in the map itself. I'm more interested in like the random like banter that they have in the VC between all of them that are clearly friends, you know? JG, I watch him a lot, surprising his Leth videos. Oh, I love JG. JG's a good dude. JG's a very good dude. He got really a raw deal in esports because he used to be like a coach and manager. But he's a very good dude. I'm sad that he's not in the scene anymore. But at the end of the day, it's very hard to make a full-time living in esports. Definitely one of the more genuine people you see in esports, wears his heart on his sleeve, and I really appreciate that. Oof, I thought it was gonna be way higher. I was a little selfish, but I was like, if I put that on target, it might be cool. Wow, you chipped that high. Even he didn't really read that. Ooh, close one. We're going for pinch. Those others, JG and Danny were hilarious. Someone's content was peak. Well, yeah, because there's a lot of, I mean, what I think makes really good creators stand out is their ability to storytell. I think one of my, honestly, my favorite Sunless video is out of everything. It might be RLBS, I think that was really funny, but he had a video of the worst teammate he's ever had, where the twist at the end, I guess, is that he was that teammate. And it was just kind of like a nice like retrospective on like how rage-filled we get. And I was like, honestly, really good video, really solid. But again, that's like a very simple story. Like, hey, sometimes I get filled with rage. But instead of just having a video where he's sitting in front of a camera saying that, he turns it into a whole narrative where he gets you to hate the player and be like, oh my God, this guy's so full of himself. This guy's so blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly it reveals, oh, no, that was me. And you're like, oh. It's a good subversion of expectations, a good setup and delivery of the premise. What it boils down to what D2, like Taco said, playing gameplay isn't pushed out there as much storyline scripted. Well, I mean, it is. It's just you have to. It's not. So all of YouTube is a risk reward to a certain extent. When you do scripted content, it's way more prep time. And at the end of the day, unless you understand really what fuels YouTube and what your audience really likes, it's not really worth doing these super long form stuff, because ultimately it's just gonna burn out and you're not gonna actually find stuff. Because nothing's more deflated. That's why a lot of people don't like doing long form, because it's a lot more effort than short form. You don't get as many views off the rip. And while those videos pay out way more if you can get consistent viewership on them, you are not going to really see too much like reward for like the amount of time you put in versus a short. Like a short is like quick and dirty. You can edit that in like 20 minutes, half an hour for gameplay, especially if you're keeping it minimal, like no text, no like crazy editing or anything. Most of my shorts take like 20 to 30 minutes for me to edit if I'm locked in, unless I'm adding like a lot of random nonsense. Nice. Storytelling is hard as hell. Yeah. Honestly, the only video I've ever been tempted to make, but it would affect my stream, so I don't know if I'm going to do it, is I have a bunch of buddies of mine in the Rocket League scene that are very good at ones, like Azapatos, Wavy. I know a couple pro players that are like pretty good at ones. And I've wanted to make a video basically that's just, honestly, I'd kind of want to collab with Kinsey because he'd be good for this. But basically just make a video called like, I played 30 days of ones just to see what it would do to my brain or something. Just like, and it's just a whole series of me grinding ones and only playing ones. And then throughout the journey of me like narrating it and telling a story of how I'm getting better, what I'm learning, all that stuff, I also have like segments where like I have Zap and like Wavy or something like coach me and give me feedback and be like a little collab there. Like have like a little banter there. I feel like that'd be like a fun series to see like how ones affects you. It could be like half coaching, half gameplay, etc. And I'm like, I feel like that'd be interesting. Problem is that would mean every stream going forward would have to be ones, and that's it. And I don't know if people would want to watch that. And also how that would do to my brain. Get Wiz in there. Well, I was just thinking about like people who like do YouTube as well. I don't know if Wiz does YouTube. I know he streams every once in a while. With some goofy sound effects and players doing questionable things. Okay, well, the thing is, I already do that. I add sound effects. I do shorts like that. The thing is, I don't really, I think personally, I've already said this, and I don't mean to do this because I'm trying to dig on this person, but I love Cozy P. His recent editing style, I think he's gone past the point where I like it. Because I think a video is great when you have just enough little like ear candy sound effects that you can just sprinkle them in there. Like, I like it when he grabs 100 boost, you hear the like a quick little slurp every time like he picks up a little pad. There's a little sound effect, especially when he's like trying to boost starve someone. But now he's adding in like a bunch of like voice modulators, and like every single touch is a different sound effect, and it just like after a time I'm like, it's a little too much in my mind. Like I feel like it drags me out of the video because all I'm thinking about is like, wow, that sound is really loud, or oh, that sound is coming in again. Why is his voice going so high? Oh, why did it get all of a sudden super loud again, and blah blah blah. I like him using a face cam. I like the reactions. I don't even mind most of the editing choices or anything, but he's adding way too many sound effects for my liking. So when people are like, oh, but that's funny, and I'm like, look, listen, if it's working for him on YouTube, he should do it as much as he wants. Because I don't represent the majority of viewers. If I did, then Roblox wouldn't be popular, obviously, you know? But it is a little like, for me, just what happens when you go a little too hardcore, trying to make your videos stand out with wackiness, I guess. I would be curious to see how they perform compared to his older videos. The amount of people who've been like, yo, Taco, you should collab with Cozy P, you should 1v1 him. And I'm like, how would that make any sense for me to 1v1 him? He would kick my ass, dude. I do not play enough 1v1 to even stand on his level. Oh. We literally had last 1v1 day. We had a guy who was like I don't know, 1400 in ones, and I think he 10-0'd me. No, I think it was a 10-1, but still, it was pretty bad. He was absolutely dominating me. ever kickoff was one. Could not touch him half the time on those 50s. I don't think he peaks on that. Oh my god, he almost did though. This is maybe the worst twos game we've played. Just feels there's like an element of like sloppiness to this game. Really? Okay, cool. Try to underhit that so it'd be a trickier play. Not gonna lie, thought I could get a slight touch and get the boost steal, but I guess not. You are way too slow on that. Okay. Buddy, what are we doing? You had 100 boost. That's a problem. No problem. No problem. You gotta jump though? Yes. Top corner? What a clear. What the? Wait, was that a pinch? A little wide. Right realm. Really good foul, though. Really good foul by him. And he stays behind it. Excellent. I want to go on this bronze. That's always the funny thing when people are like, I want to see what a realm. Oh, buddy, what are we doing? What are we doing? You didn't even get faked. You just drove away. Well, I need to do this again. He just. Oof! Oof! Shadow, oh my god, Shadow Defense rule number 1, chat. You never turn upfield when you're going left and right. Oh my god, that was terrible. Luckily we got a kick off. All right. Do you like free play? I do like free play. I think Coco did that for a few videos and I wasn't a fan of it. Well, it's just like, I don't think that it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad and like, this is objectively the wrong decision. I think people find it funny, but I don't know, I was looking through his comments and no one was like saying like, oh, I love these sound effects, but also no one was saying I hate these sound effects. So I was like, maybe I'm the only one that just like hears it and I'm like, man, I'm an old man, you know? And I know videos that have like really heavy editing are actually like very popular with like a certain brand of viewers on YouTube. I know I've definitely put together videos like that and people really liked it. But at the same time, I also know like if you edit too much, those videos get kind of a little too over the top, you know? Saying things objectively wrong are my brand. I thought that was you and Kinsey. Click, 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 click. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll say how you doing, JC. Oh my god, that was almost peak. Sometimes you just prefer a more natural vibe. That's what I'm saying. Oh man, that was so smooth. The tap that around him and then almost getting the reset. If I scooped that back post, that would have been actually the smoothest goal of the day. Oh, that's the smoothest goal of the day. That's clean. I love the boop. Doing as good as that shot right there. Excellent. Good to hear. I don't really know what we've already technically have a Cozy P and Taco collab. We were playing together with one of his friends. I think it was Jackson one day in threes. We were playing like top 100 threes or something like that. That's fun. I gotta hit up Cozy P. We should queue together. I don't know what our MMRs are. I'm sure his twos is very high, but we could probably find something to do. Maybe we could play some tournaments together, get some comms going. Oh my god, Saraki. My girl. Ooh, that's a very good dunk. I went past it. Other bounce a little different. That's fine. Saraki got it. Touch, wave dash, or you know that works. I'm gonna assume you have that reset. Peek, 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 peek. Close. I can't get that. My bad. I really thought that one of us would touch that. What happened to Athena? Oh, Athena's done with the Rocket League. Same with Rizzo. Both of them moved on. They're doing other stuff, I think. I think they understood that they're both like successful enough doing variety that they don't need to do Rocket League, which fair. Can you try to hit a Cookser pinch? If I get a setup, sure. Streaming Rocket League again lately? I mean, yeah, I mean, he never said he's quitting. I think it was just more so like when you are a creator and you're forced to play it every day, and it's just not like, there's definitely been phases for me where I just can't bring myself to play this game continuously because it's like, I've just had a streak of bad days of stream, or like I'm just really dead tired, or I'm stressed and all that stuff, you know? So I totally get that. It's why you shouldn't be forced to stream anything that you don't have to, but less second channel thing. That's what I'm saying. You're my favorite Rocket League YouTuber? Aw, good to hear, Colin. Oop. I don't know why I thought Rocket was closer. Oh, well, it's still goal. Luck, yuck. I think variety is just something to keep everyone sane. Unfortunately, YouTubers have to make a second channel for that stuff because, like, it's just very... Unless your channel is, by definition, a variety channel, it's very hard to make your channel one thing and then switch. Because the YouTube... it's same with, like, a lot of social media. It tries to pigeonhole you into, like, oh, you want viewers that... Or this channel attracts viewers that like X. And so whenever they get something that isn't that, then it's like, okay. And then it doesn't push it out to your viewers because your viewers aren't going to be suggested those videos, you know? Like, it'll show up in their noti box, but not much beyond that. I went for the cucks for you guys. Interesting. Favorite Rocket League car? Octane is my go-to, but I think the design of the Dominus will always be my favorite. Oh no! Ooh, Saraki, perfect takeover. Oh, peeking. That was one. I just realized I was saying peeking, and the guy on the other team is named Peeking. I was not talking to him. But I was hoping he'd miss. Oh, no. That's not what I expected us to commit on court. I used to main Dominus, I did. Played Octane for a good, like, 1,000 hours, then probably about, I don't know, 7,000 hours on Dominus. Hilariously, I changed mainly just because I was starting to lose kickoffs. Played in collegiate, and just my form was not that good on kickoffs, and I kept losing it over the top because I wasn't rotating correctly. And I just out of nowhere was like, oh, let's try the Octane, and suddenly my kickoffs got instantly better, and I'm like, oh, that shorter hitbox, I guess my janky-ass kickoff won't really only work. God, we need to stop doing it. We need to stop doing that. Saki, we're playing so well, and then we're just selling out on all these challenges we don't need to go to. What are we doing? 5 years follow age for OJ. Hell yeah. We'll rank you. This is GC 2. I think we're like a game or two off. 3. If you would. All right, GG. Holy. Someone's got to press on that ball. Gold 3, but a ground pinch. Well, the fact that you can hit that in your gold 3 means that's why you're gold 3. Guys, focus on the fundamentals. Literally, if you're gold, all you should be doing is just doing this. Jumping in the air and then hitting the ball over and over. And just learning how to do that at different angles. And as the ball's moving and doing basic aerials and doing all that. And the moment you can actually hit the ball anywhere remotely close to a goal on most aerials, you will rank up like crazy. Gold throw all those open nets. I mean, potentially. How you doing, Jilly? Oh, going for the pass. Horrible touch. Hope all is well on your end. It is all good. Sorry, teammate. I was going to lob that up, and then I was going to lob it back, and then I realized I can't do either. Oh, I can get there first. Psycho, please, buddy. Who the fuck do you think I am? Think people can psycho? That's like going up to a random person on the stream being like, backflip? What? Like, do you have any idea how few people can actually do what you're asking? Flick. Oh, my brain turned off. I did not realize we rotated that wide. I was like, it's okay. Teammates got enough time to get back. It looked like he was rotating to the side line. That's why I was like, oh, okay. I'll be fine. Oh, I hate how aggressively he turned on that, and then he proceeded to not actually be aggressive at all. All right, not a good pass by that guy. Good job, teammate. You want to smack that? I believe he can peek. He got the reset. He got the reset. What are you doing? I thought he just stared at that. Halfway through, I adjusted. I was like, I don't think he's challenging. I just need to get that up. Do you play better or worse when talking out loud? I play better off stream, so I think every streamer has related to this, that when you play on stream, you make certain decisions or you do certain things that you're not usually doing. And then every streamer also relates when you play off stream, the game just actually is easier. Part of it is because you have slightly better frame rate because you're not using any of your CPU or GPU to render out whatever you're streaming, but the other end is just because you're not keeping a conversation going, you're not reading chat, you're not aware of being observed, you're just playing, you know? Nice pass. Trust that guy was going to be a little bit slower to that because he had to turn fully around even if he had 100 boost. Sick boost grab, by the way. Cool part is you can't really do anything with it, so... Nice 50. Need double reset musty. I don't think I've ever seen someone pull off a double reset musty, to be honest. Ooh, good dodge. Get my mom up real quick. Matt, she knows what she did, all right? Oh. I was trying to flick that to the near side so I could double it and up the line, but I got around it a little too much. That's funny. What are you doing? Go turn around for no reason there. Good patience, teammate. Excellently done. Hey, all right. Can you score an open net? No, I'm sorry. Can you hit champion already? I mean, I'm currently hundreds of MMR above champion 1, but okay. Woo-hoo. I know you would never know it by that last goal that I gave up, though. All right, not really sure about that one. Nice reset. Oh, teammate, you actually straight up believed that I would 1v2 that. Okay, well, that was a really good reset by him. I was surprised he committed to that, considering it was a 2v1. I'm also not really sure why the guy in the center was not demoing me. I was not looking at him at all. Can you break ankles? I don't believe in violence. What the? Oh, okay, well, he gave it to me. Started playing Expedition 33, started playing, loving it so far. Good to hear, Samuels. Yeah, it's a solid game. It happens to the best of us? It certainly does. Show us the best trick shot you're able to do. I mean, I don't really practice freestyling or whatever, so it's more just in the game. I try it at SSL. I mean, yeah, that's always the goal every season, is to get up to SSL again. Never been able to get it in 2s though, so that'd be fun. Ah, wanted to pop that up. Oh, whoops, I didn't even see him up. Nice shot. Freestyle in this economy? Yeah, I'm all about pay style. What's the circumference of the nearest McDonald's arch near you? I don't know. Sounds like a calculus problem. Do we know the radius of that oval, actually? Well, I guess technically it's not a calculus problem. Yeah, what's the vertical and horizontal radius of the McDonald's arch? If you think about it as almost like a cut-off oval. Nice. What's your banker's rank ever? SSL. Beyond that, we hit 2077 a while back. That was really far back. Geometry? Yeah, guys, you guys don't get asked to find the circumference of the McDonald's arch. That's all everyday geometry. Oh, didn't realize that boost spawned in. That's fine. Last time you were below GC2? Literally the last time I've been GC. Like, for the first time was probably the last time. GC2 has never existed at a time that I was below it, basically. Well, actually, hold on. There's probably like one point in the beginning of the season where I was on a horrible losing streak. I feel like I remember one time where I hit like just below that. But I've never been like stuck down there. It's usually just like a game or two where I'm like, ugh, I D-ranked, that's so stupid, and then I win, and then we're back. So that's normally when I was really tilted. I remember that happened during grad school, I think, once. Really good aerial. Is this your full-time job? No. What's your best clip ever? I don't know, man. I need to find like a command, or there's no way to show you guys that because like I describe it. There's like a very clean clip I tweeted out a while back. I'm trying to remember the title of the clip that you guys can look it up, but it was like a very clean air dribble into like a catch. A caught air dribble that turned into a double tap, and it's not like the most impressive mechanical, but it was just like hyper smooth. Like everything about it was just like a flawless catch into a drag. Like afterwards, like literally every single person in the lobby was like, nice shot. Like it was that type of shot where everyone was like, wow, that was actually ridiculous. You seem like a doctor or a dentist. Well, thank you. I was in my PhD program for psychology, but we left that one. Working in esports. Full-time job is finding the circumferences of McDonald's arches. You got me. You're in architecture? Very specific architecture, yes. Yeah, I work for McDonald's corporate. I'm the compliance engineer to make sure arches are all in the appropriate dimensions. Oh, whoops. That ball bounced out in a way that I was not expecting. He was paused so much that I was like, I think he has boost, but I don't know if he has like the angle on that. Maybe I can go. Man. I heard a boost behind me and I wasn't sure if I was about to get demoed or not. Nice. I was like, I cannot score that from that angle, but I think as long as the guy jumps, I can probably hit it around him. And I was hoping my teammate was there, but I'm like, I know he's at least not gonna be maybe there, but he'll be closer than the other guy is. Glad that worked out. I did not check and I really should have. PhD in psych, impressive. I do not have a PhD in psychology, no. I left before I got to that point. I was about a year and a half off and basically got the ultimatum I can either focus on my esports work, which was paying me like 3 times what I was making in grad school, or I could focus only on my PhD work, which actively made me super sad and depressed all the time. So I was like, if it's either or, I'm gonna choose happiness for right now. So I might not have esports work in the future, whereas a PhD program, I can probably go back if I ever wanted to grind for that again. So that was kind of the calculus going on there. I have my master's in psych, though. Oh. Ooh, good drag. Dang it. Okay, I was like, I just getting shut off before that crucial contact point. Whitlock actually might have a really good touch here. I trusted that it would probably go to the corner, so I'm like, I'm just gonna dodge all the way over here. Wow, you're way closer than I thought you were. My bad, teammate. Pretty easy save, right? Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. I mean, it wasn't like ultimately kind of an ultimatum, but it was kind of like, it was like implied to be that, you know? Like, hey, you got stuff to focus on, you know? Cough, cough, cough. You might be distracted. Cough, cough, cough. And I was kind of like, yeah, like they didn't explicitly say that, but that was just the vibe I continued to get. And I was like, I think I can do both. And they're like, I don't think you can. I was like, well, all right, well. Okay. All right. You know, main paddy wagon you guys selling too? That is true. Could be. Your buddy just says analyst. After you quit being an analyst? What? The tag? What about me quitting? Is it a perm tag? Yes. Or do. I don't know if that guy's first language is English. He's not typing real things right there. Are accompanied with major games? Huh? $1 million for 1 year or starvation? Wait, what? Are those my only two options? Oh, it's Ethical. It's been a while since I've played him. Thought I bonked him. Not quite. Oh my god, he literally slowed down for the demo. I just didn't expect him to slow down. I was waiting for him to dodge. What? Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, that guy actually just almost gave it away. Try to put it low as possible. Really good save. Teammate drove right up to it and he just left. Did he try to demo? Hold on, I see this again. Why did he turn away? Just demo the guy. I was waiting for him to demo. He's chasing him. I'm like, oh, you got him, buddy. You're supersonic. Go. And he just got to like watch it. I think he didn't want to like go for 50 and then I also, he didn't want to go for a demo and then I also do. I think he was afraid of like own goaling it, which fair, but like, I don't know, man. It makes my life a lot easier if you just go for that bump. He's not doubling that as long as you go. That's a goal. One of the dumbest things is debate stuff because the other person doesn't listen. It's useless. What? Where'd that come from? Say, OJ, I see your song request. I'll put it on after this. A lot of my stream setup is like broken in ways I don't really understand. There's like, I used to have a bot that automatically queued stuff, but now it just like doesn't do that. All right, I don't understand Ethical. That guy definitely knew I was about to demo him and he just kind of absorbed it. He's just kind of like standing there and like accepting his fate on a lot of these plays and it's very confusing. I've never seen a player do that. Kind of wish you didn't touch that. You give it away, go. Oh. Looking at college courses, I don't really know if there's a college course for debate. There's like philosophy courses, but man, I wanted that back post. That was really a Weenie Hut Junior touch. Oh, stole that though. Difficult. Get off the ball, buddy. Oh, that was just open. I didn't realize how many people were upfield there. Nice. Would you rather have the best teammate that never passes, or a teammate that always passes but sucks? The former, because the teammate who never passes can still set up awkward situations. That I would say in threes, that first guy would probably suck, but also you got to define what suck means. Can he never hit a shot at all? Is he slow? Can he still aerial? As in, like, when you say suck, as in, like, he always passes, but he has no ability to do anything else? Because that's basically, I think, what the trade-off is that you're proposing. Is, like, a teammate that can pass, but he sucks at shooting, versus a guy who's really good at shooting an offense, but he will never pass to you ever. Public speaking. Well, he's saying, like, debate seems stupid, and I'm like, well, I don't know what course would technically be debate. Because public speaking isn't debate, necessarily, unless you have an aspect of it that is specifically talking in front of a crowd to someone else and you're doing like an interrogatory or dialogue. Post every shot and gets dunked to replay. Okay, yeah, that's a good point then. Well, that'd be annoying then. That guy would just be a liability. What do you do? I don't. FRF is. I don't really understand what he's going for in some of these plays. Hey, teammate, I would suggest going middle, but I guess if you want to. Whoa! Okay. What is going on? This is GC3 chat. Ethical realizing immediately that I think he was trying to get like a really aggressive pre-flip or pre-jump on that, and he realized halfway through, wait, I do not have that read at all. That's really funny, actually. Go. You spawned off demo, went to the corner? Did you spawn off the demo and go to the corner? You bot, holy shit. Oh my God, you can't teach that. I'm sorry, you can't teach that level of stupidity, holy crap. I understand he was gonna beat me, and I probably could have just gone back and waited for that, but I was like, okay, that's fine, because that demo did not happen a long enough time for him to not spawn back in, right? Ah, good save. Ah! Sad. Hey, Swangoop. This is what I talk about, chat, when you have to... Me and Jim making Coconut were talking about this yesterday. In twos, you sometimes do just have to assume your teammate will make the most brain-dead decision at any given moment. And right there, I should have assumed he was going to make the most brain-dead decision. Because I know he's demoed, but I know the demo count. It was like, demo. And then the air dribble started. So I'm like, okay, he's going to spawn in halfway through. If he just goes directly to the goal, any save on target will be possible. And instead he goes away from the goal, gets the corner, turns back, and then what do you know, the ball is wide open. Hey, it's Violent Panda. Bro doesn't wear his world championship tag anymore. That's bad. Bad and sad. All right, landed on him at least. That's a really good save by Violent Panda. Unfortunately, that is a goal. Sad. Do you play keyboard or mouse? I play with Wii nunchucks. Oh, I'm a bot. I'm a bot, my bad. Alright. How do you play with Wii nunchucks? Carefully. Shaq invited me to play? OMG? Oh my god, I get it, dude. Okay, cool, Shaq. Shows sensitivity, exclamation point sends. My game crashed, I'm stuck, that's crazy. Not even let me close the tab? Sounds like a job for task manager. Sorry, buddy. I assumed you would not need help there. My bad. Tried the breakout car? Probably not. Any rock fast car I have like no interest in using. Oof! Did not get underneath that in the way I thought I did. My bad, teammate. Luckily, FRF does not ever peek on that. Okay. What's arrow right? So think about what arrow left is and then reverse it. Okay, just in case. I wasn't sure if that guy was gonna deflect that or not. Oh! Bryson, go to goal. Nice. God dang it, dude. I'm so sick of this guy. For every single game, he messes up the first touch, and then he is able to recover in time. I need to remember that. Oh, didn't think you would watch me mess that up. Bruh. Teammate, do not. Baby's first day in GC3, buddy. What are you doing? Why are you cutting on that? You know for a fact I'm behind you. God, I hate that, dude. I hate that, dude. Again, we gotta remember, no such thing as your teammate playing on your side. Just gonna be nonsense going down from day to day. All right, no problem. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, not best touch. I had no idea who was pressuring me there. We're just gonna catch that. Ooh. No, don't. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, flick. Close. Bump, 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 bump. Perfect. There we go. What's your arrow right? My arrow right is square. I only use it for, like, adjustments. Favorite game mode? Threes, except there's no more threes lobbies, so I have to play twos. Threes ranked, like, functionally does not exist after a certain point in GC2. It, like, all the queues are super sweaty. It's a bunch of players that I recognize from SSL who are inexplicably in GC2. It's really frustrating to watch. And it's mixed in with players who are authentically GC2, so you get the most lopsided lobbies of all time. I don't know why I thought that guy was going to go a little bit more shallow. Okay, I just wanted an extension. I don't really know where it was going to go. Man, that was a very easy touch that I butchered. Ooh. How? I want to kill myself! How do you lose that 50? You have the 100% of the angle! Why are you going on the outside? Ah! Okay. They butchered it at the end on the save. He got it back. We're good. 3-3. Ooh. Game spending as time goes on. People take top spot even as good as... I mean, yeah, that's partly why threes is ass, because there's nobody who plays threes anymore. Like, no professional player plays threes. Like, at all. They only play twos. It's the culture of, like, pro play where, like, they've never actually... Like, everyone just decided threes is useless for practice purposes. Twos is much more important for, like, reps on the ball. So let's just play twos only. And it's resulted in everyone thinking, yeah, we should probably just play twos. And you got to the point where, like, you're now looking at the top 100 ranks in the world for threes, and it's literally just SSL. Like, there's no other people going, this is the worst lobby I've ever been in. Holy crap. I don't know why that guy didn't even try to jump for that. He just watched me. He just watched me. This is a weird lobby, dude. Weird situation we're in, chat. OJ requested a Rihanna song gets played, so we'll cue that up for him. It'll play right now. There you go, OJ. Some Rihanna for you. Sorry, I didn't realize I actually didn't queue yet. Dio, thank you for all the jewels. Sorry, I didn't say thank you. I didn't have the YouTube tab open, and if I don't have it open, YouTube just does not notify me. Hi, TB. Yeah, I think the issue of like the rank queue is kind of sad though, because threes used to be such a poppin' game mode. There's a lot of people playing it, and nowadays I just notice I'm running into the same people over and over again. And if I'm not, you just queue in and it's a full party of people who are, I don't think accidentally smurfed, but it's just a lot of people who are way lower than I know they're supposed to be at this point in the season. I don't know if he was AFK, but we'll take that. IQ casual and lean. Getting to champ is impossible. It's something I'm keen on doing. That was honestly such a light touch, it actually kind of threw me off. I was like, wait, hold on. I didn't expect him to catch that. I thought he would actually try to push that one. That was an avoidable goal. Oh my god, dude. OJ, you putting this song on reminds me how much I really just have no actual interest in listening to. People are always like, oh, we listen to the music we grew up listening to. Honestly, there's so few 2000s pop song I actually like. Like, there's very few that I actually take the time out of my day to listen to day to day. Okay. Yeah, what'd you get for Christmas taco? I got steaks. That's about it. My mom was like, hey, it's probably been a while since you've bought steaks or like anything like that. So she got like, give me a box for Omaha steaks, which is like a bunch of really quality burger patties and a bunch of really nice like sirloin cuts and whatever. So, pretty solid. Yeah, I didn't get like any gifts or anything. I always hate that when I go for an aerial and I go in between. Oh, I guess I didn't go in between. Go for the bump and I don't quite connect on it. Skim off his bumper and it doesn't affect him at all. Like, dang. Barrett, please focus on the ball. Thank you. I was like, you can go to the ball, but if you turn on that one, you're going to be in trouble. Wow, that guy actually just accepted his fate. What is up with like all the twos players that literally are just accepting their fate lately? It's very strange. Like there'll be a demo that I think is pretty obvious. So I'll try to adjust and like guess where they're gonna dodge me. And they're just like, no, I'm good. And then they just accept that they're gonna get demoed and keep driving straight. I'm like, did they not? No, I'm right there. Like, hello? Catch. Nice. Wait, are you okay? It's like the third time now he's done that exact play. Oh no, sad. All right. Not a bad setup. He ruined it though. Oh, and he recovered. It's boost steal. He missed the boost. Goddamn Barrett. Barrett, you're doing everything right except for the last moment, and then you like screw it up by overcommitting. Oh. Luckily, that's an open goal. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, honestly, Barrett's like general positioning and whatnot is pretty good, but he keeps going for like these certain plays, and at the very last moment, he makes the wrong decision, or he does something wrong, and you're like, ah! It's like the definition of like, there's the thought, and then there's the execution, and those are two aspects of Rocket League at a decently high level. That's insane. Oh my god, if he countered on us, I would have sobbed. Bonk. Fair. All you gotta do is drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it. Stop going for the... That was actually not a bad play, but I was like, he literally was backpedaling and he was in a straight line from where you were. That would have been a very easy air dribble bump, in my opinion. Gonna hit that around him. Nice pass. See, Barrett, we're doing it. They call him 50 cal. Bang. They call him 50 cal because he's a weak bitch. He's only eating 50 cals a day. Bro actually left in a 1-goal game is actually kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie. That's always something I've never really understood. Like, I understand teammates getting tilted at you, but when it's a 1-goal game and it's not even like 1 second remaining, like 18 seconds remaining, and you're gonna be like, nope, game over, and just give up. I'm like, all right. That man's ego is hanging on by a bare thread. I think the only time I've ever forfeited like that is when the stream is going really poorly and I'm like, man, everyone's just a stupid idiot. I hate it, blah, 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 ranked is the worst. And then like my teammate proceeds to do like something egregious, like GC3 level stuff, like where the ball's like this and they're like this. Ah, I missed the save. And you're like, what are you doing? Like stuff like that, where you're just like, there's no earthly reason why you should do that. Then I leave. They're like, oh, sorry. I'm like, I don't even know if there's a sorry for that, buddy. You better be typing I lagged immediately or else I'm gonna track you down. I think one of the worst things is when someone tries to be mechanical, but they aren't, so you just wait for them to fail. That is honestly a really funny thing that does happen from time to time. I mean, we've all been there. It's like you take an air dribble and then you're like, oh, my bad, I don't have that. You just have to like slowly drift near it. Should be a lag quick chat. Well, I mean, that would be Sonic's admitting that people get lag in this game, and they don't want that. I would bet if you're lagging, you tried to use the lag quick chat, it wouldn't even go through. Burp. Matt, you asked me what I got for Christmas. Do you get anything? Fresh pair of socks, maybe? I keep saying fresh pair of socks, like a big package of new socks, is like a quality Christmas gift. Because all women are cold all the time, I always found that fuzzy socks, no matter the occasion, are always an appreciated gift. Got Lindor chocolates. Hi, Trev. Ate the entire box and gained 7 pounds. Hell yeah, brother. I watched a dude attempt to ground aerial 3 times, then actually flipped away. It was stupid. Well, one day they'll learn it, you know? And when they do, your goose is cooked, OJ. Okay, this is definitely a dude playing with a guy who's like a diamond, so this should be a free one. 100% fuzzy socks always work every time, no matter how many they already have. I always try to get fuzzy socks that have like a design or something. Bonus points if it's like a character they really like. Because fuzzy socks are meant to be like casual wear. You don't wear those like out in public, you know? Clean off the ground. Boop. We love a ground double. I like fuzzy comfy socks. I wouldn't mind a fresh pair of socks. That's what I'm saying. I always use that as like a baseline gift. Like if I get gifts for like Christmas or like an anniversary or something, and it's like a cold winter, like a cold month, I'm always like, yeah, okay, well, you're gonna get fuzzy socks, and then we're gonna get you the actual gift. Fuzzy socks is just like a fun thing of like, yay, it's like a guarantee that that's gonna be appreciated. Oh. Got that swap. Literally perfect shot. Got that. Drex, reset. 50. Not gonna go for that. Tap that. Ah. I didn't have the momentum for what I was trying to do there. I had a reset on that. I'm being such a bot. Okay, well, I need to stop doing that. I really thought that would at least get a deflection, but I guess I had absolutely no angle. All right, well, this is completely unforgivable if we lose this team, considering we are kicking the crap out of them on offense, so we need to lock in. And by we, I mean me. There you go, teammate. I got a new oscilloscope for Christmas. I was pretty surprised my wife remembered the model I said in passing. That's why she's your wife, exactly. Buddy, anyone who's a young man, or I guess a woman, who's dating, that is the best way to get any gift, is anytime someone looks at something and goes, oh, that's kind of cool. Just try to remember those things. I literally had a whole notepad or note doc in my phone anytime I'm dating someone, and if they mention like, oh, I really like this top, or I like this dress, or I like this whatever, or I like this necklace, you always take note of that. Because that stuff's always gonna slap as a gift. Also, it takes all the stress out of guessing what they want. Always Strex. There was a thread or a TikTok I saw the other day. God, that goal explosion is terrifying. But that goal explosion I really like. There's a TikTok I liked the other day where they were saying like a lot of relationship stuff is like those big gestures, but honestly like the small stuff is really nice. Like just being considerate about someone. If someone knows that they don't like a certain dish, you try to avoid restaurants where that's the main thing, or like they like a dish in a certain way, or maybe you don't like music super loud at a party, so when you're planning a party with each other, you specifically turn down the music, like etc. like just tiny stuff like that. Because that's what actually makes you feel seen and understood versus like, yeah, you can buy flowers and all that stuff, but, you gotta remember all the tiny stuff. And I was like, that's very true. I've gotten way more brownie points with everyone I've ever dated because I remember like random nonsense like that. I feel like that's a cheat code that young men don't think about that. I think this will be my first win today. And I almost threw. Kick. Incoming 300 MMR swing trust. Hey, Pounder. Be a distant person. Well, I mean, that's the cheat code in dating in general. It is insane to me, the screenshots some of my lady friends have shown me when they're just like, yeah, I've been on dating apps lately and it's just like atrocious. I'm like, well, how bad can it be? And they screenshot stuff and I'm like, dude, these people are like cavemen. Like all these like freaking alpha male dudes who are like tweeting at them and trying to be like, listen up, honey. I'm not gonna be some soft man. I'm in charge and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, what in the psychopath are you doing here? Like, you actually, does this work? I know dating is a numbers game for some people, but like, I can't imagine every match you get on a dating app, you're like, listen up, toots. Like, what, are you sifting for the 1% of women who is like, I love that. I love a man to take control. Yes, denigrate me. Yeah. Like, no. That's like, people are weird, dude. It's crazy to me how every relationship I've gotten into the past 5 years has literally started with the most innocuous low bar comment of like, it's nice to talk to someone who's like a normal person. I'm like, yeah, that should be a pretty easy bar to clear, but apparently not. You guys are making it very easy for all us normals out here. That's kind of why I love the term incel, because it's so ironic in that the incel culture and this like backlash or whatever against the current dating market or whatever is really funny, because half the time it's like involuntary celibate people in theory is like, oh, we're single because women will never like us, versus like there's a lot of guys who actually are liked by women and they would be likable, but they just choose to be like the most obtuse, weird people. And I mean weird, not like a generic sense. Like, I think you know when people are being weird, and they're just weird. I'm not talking about off-putting. I'm not like, I'm talking about off-putting, not like weird, like, oh, you like anime, you like da-da-da, oh, you stutter sometimes. No, like, there's a difference in being like a little awkward and being like actively a weirdo. And there's a lot of people who are just weirdos out there nowadays, and it's very weird to see, in the sense of like, you could choose to not do that. So like, the joke is like, oh, I'm involuntary celibate because it's not my choice. No, it kind of is, because you're acting like a fucking, you're acting like a freak. I'm a firm believer of there's someone out there for everyone. I don't buy into the idea that, oh no, I'm gonna be permanently single, there's no one out for me, no one likes me, you know, no one finds me attractive, etc. You know, I think that's just a myth. Hell, I've had friends who actually bought into that in college, super depressed dudes, and I know at least one of them is like married with kids now, and they're so sweet. Oof, sorry about that, buddy. So to blame everything oneself. Self-improvement is easy, but it's necessary in the long run. Yep. But also, it's very much like play with the hands you're dealt, you know? A lot of people think like, oh, I need to be hyper rich. I need to be super fit. I need to be like, I lost the genetic lottery because I don't have blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, except you can still be attractive and you still be like, you know, a good partner with all that stuff. You don't need to look like frickin', you know, I don't know, a model. I didn't need to flip into that. Halfway through, I realized he was about to dunk me. These guys are playing really well. Again, this is like a low 1600 match. And these guys are like way more organized than low 1600s typically are. It's very strange to see. Really? Okay. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, why didn't he turn around? I was going to demo him. Not a huge fan of that. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. Pass. No, buddy, you had it and you doubted yourself. Cringe. I could do without giving it away in the midfield. Christ almighty. Who the heck is this It's T guy? This guy needs to stop playing the game. But also, DFic, what are you doing there? No power shot on that? You're just going to hit it before it bounces? Really? Okay, well. I don't know about that. Oofers! GG's. All right, well. Taka, didn't you just say that it's you don't forfeit like that? Well, if the guy misses 2 touches in a row, that's normally where I say, yeah, I'm done here. We're just gonna stop queuing 3s for today if this is what the queues are gonna be. The other team isn't even mind-blowingly good or anything. They're just hitting the touches in ways that they actually should. If you look like John Hamm, I mean, yeah, being attractive probably helps a lot, but the thing is like, attractive is also being subjective. Like, yeah, there is like certain people that we just have like that golden ratio or whatever. But I always dislike it when people act like, oh, if you don't look like some celebrity with a perfect golden ratio face or whatever, suddenly it's like, bleh. A girl, she's not exactly choosing a guy because of that alpha shtick. Well, that's the thing though, is like, attractive is also like subjective in that like, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, I definitely have, where like, I meet someone and I don't find them like immediately hyper attractive, but then like over time, as I get to know them, I find them way more attractive. I feel like that's kind of the beauty of relationships. Is like you find like the beauty in the small things. I think it enhances them in total. Alpha male is part of the problem. Reason women don't like to go out in public. Oh no, of course not. It's a bunch of dudes who just like. Also, like, I'm not gonna get into the trad wife thing, but like, there's a lot of those guys who just genuinely are like, that's just a fetish. That's not even like a lifestyle thing. That they just like the idea of like, yes, I want a woman who's just like a mommy and takes care of me and does whatever. And what's funny is that like, if you guys want to do that, go for it, whatever. But it's also funny when people try to want that and they're just like, yeah, I'm gonna be the breadwinner. It's like, all right, what do you do? It's like, oh, I work as the cashier at a Walmart. And it's like, well, you're making 30K a year. So, so I don't really know how you're gonna be able to afford our lifestyle and I'm gonna stay from home or whatever. There was this one woman, God, she made a Twitter thread about it where she met this guy and they hit it off and it was pretty good. And then eventually he like turned it into like, nope, sorry, you're gonna be my housewife or whatever. And she was at the time making like $350,000 a year or something. She was working in like corporate as like a senior VP or whatever at her company. And this other guy was like not making nearly as much as her. And she's just like, wait, so I have to give up my job making like 3 times what you make because you want me to be the wife or whatever? How about you be the house husband? How about you put on an apron? You know, like, what are we doing here? I was like, that's really funny. Like, imagine someone being like, okay, well, time for you to put down your little pretend career as senior VP. And she's just like, what? She's like, it's a shame, I really like this guy, but it's just, I'm baffled why he thinks we can't just be in a relationship. Like, we want all the same things, but he's like so convinced, no, I want you to stay inside. I want you to, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, it makes no sense for me to be the one to give up my career. Oh. Bro, if I had a wife who made 350K, dude, I am 100% staying home, making sure everything's spotless. Learn how to cook really super well or whatever. I would 100% be a house husband. That's so non-manly. I don't know, man. Sounds like a dope life to me. Although I am a fan of both people working, just because you don't want to be economically isolated. That's my biggest issue with like being forcing someone to like stop after college and be a housewife is that you're what? I don't know about that. Is like if the husband ever divorces them or they leave them or they die or something, then yeah, maybe you get the money. But like if he just leaves, like then you're just like stuck financially with like no job history. You have like a resume gap of like 10 years or whatever. Like, I don't know, that's not easy to just like build around and restart. That's like a very common thing that happens with those women, unfortunately. Oh no. That was such an easy double tap for the flip reset. Holy crap, thank you. It's also important to be able to choose out someone while maintaining your autonomy. Exactly. I'm just a fan of both people working. Well, personally, I'm a dink lifestyle type of person. I like, I don't anticipate having kids, so I like being able to just have both incomes, funding your lifestyle, making sure afford stuff. Also saving up and whatnot. Ah! Thanks with that demo. I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him. Who the frick is this Lance guy? I've never heard of this guy. Oh, he's a challenger. Never mind. Bonk. Ooh, really good save by that guy. I don't know how I did that. Shack Taco. Like how you just say the Shack Taco. Taco Pelagrosa name idea. That's really funny. He's suggesting basically that. That was literally my name today before I changed it. Oh, man. Oh my god, you were so slow. Wow, I beat him to that really fast. I did not expect him to be that slow. Also, String Daddy, your John Hamm comment, or it'd be curtains for you. Oh. Yeah, no one likes a demoer, dude. Yeah, they, his teammate is peeking! What are you doing? Look at this guy! You literally cannot catch that any better. Do you read a lot? I've been getting into reading a lot more again. Reading a lot more sales books, to be honest. I've been trying to just learn a bit more about my trade now that I've made like a kind of a career change. But I used to read a lot of sociology books because that was, you know, what I was in school for. I want to get back into reading like science fiction. Honestly, I want to read Dune before Dune Messiah. I think that'd be cool to see if I could read the entire Dune series. What the frick was that? That was definitely not calculated. You guys just effed that up 100%. He tried to reset that. He used his jump and it pushed him right down to the dunk. That's crazy. Never disrespect red tags ever again. Dude, red tags are... This is the only red tag that has ever been any good. This guy's peeking. He's a twos man. I'd be surprised if this guy's never been SSL. Bro, it is storming right now. They're storming the gates. Bro, this guy's disgusting. What the hell? When someone's peeking, let them cook. Oh, 100%. It's like in basketball. When someone's at the hot hand, you keep feeding them. That's why my favorite celebration in basketball, University of Kentucky used to do this all the time. Whenever one of their players would hit like 4 or 5 threes in a row or something, the bench would just be going like this. They just go, just eating cereal. Just like, keep feeding him, keep feeding him. And I'm like, that's a great bench celebration. Also, I gotta say, the best part about basketball as a sport is how you can see the entirety of the bench in the background. So whenever a crazy dunk goes in, the whole bench like freaks out and falls out of their chair. They're like holding each other back or whatever. That's, I think, one of the most underrated spectator aspects of basketball. Honestly, there's plenty of times on touchdowns I wish that you could see the bench reaction. I always love seeing everyone standing up and freaking out as someone like, you know, breaks past the last defender or something. Just trying to be cheeky. Interesting. Oh, I saw that happening. I pooped my underwear, man, dude. Oh, good to know. So I always tell people, you gotta focus on your house training, dude, you know? Sometimes you gotta have some close calls around the house, you know? Wow. These guys are a little delayed. Man, whoa, that's lag. Nah, I want to double that off sidewall. Sorry, teammate. How do you lose that? How do you lose that? That's crazy. YouTube chatters are freaks a little bit. Oh, I was trying to pass back to him, my bad. Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to do. Oh, no one loves you, dude. That's crazy. Whoa, that was weird. I jumped into it and it just turned me around. Oh my god. As I approached that, they were not going for it, and I maybe rethink what I wanted to do with that. Should be in. Okay, cool. I was like, I just need to hit it behind him. That works. Digging the purple octane, by the way. Everybody digs the purple octane. And it started raining here and it's still 60. Gross. I find it very telling that summer is some people's favorite month, fall is some people's favorite month, winter, or like season. Ooh, no one says that about spring, because no one likes spring showers. Spring's the worst season by far. I just realized he was good about demo there. Tier list of seasons is that fall is number 1, summer is number 2, winter's number 3, and spring is number 4. Nice win, teammate. Not from Ohio, are you? You think I would let Ohioans in this stream, dude? Are you real? I just switched to the Fennec from the Octane, same hitbox I feel, but it feels quite a bit different. It is the same hitbox, but visual hitbox and actual hitbox are two different things. We have 2 Ohioans in here. All right, well, mods, please delete them. I think you guys lied in the application. When you guys first come in, it says name your state. I think you guys both said Indiana, so feel pretty lied to. When we playing, we don't play, because I don't know who you are. Ohio's far better than the previous state I lived in. Florida. That was a bad kickoff right at the end. I over-adjusted. Mississippi. MISS, ISS, IPPI. I have no idea how you got around that. I really wish you didn't go for that, buddy. What a bot move. That's what I do when I'm on stream sometimes. I'm like, oh, this would be so cool if I score. And then halfway through you realize, wait, am I even gonna be able to touch this though? That's the question. The backboard is a lie in Two's chat. It's not your friend. Ugh. Octane same hitbox as Fennec is. It shows the importance of the visual hitbox. So what the hitbox looks like versus what it actually is. I think people like the Fennec because even though the Octane is pretty boxy, like you know where the corners are of the ball, the Fennec is very like direct. It's like the Dominus. You know exactly where that front corner is. As opposed to a car with like a slightly curly. Perfect, love it, Ian. I didn't know that, yeah. And because of that, I think people approach things like on a subconscious level almost, like you read the ball slightly different, you approach the ball slightly different. Because I know plenty of players who'll swear like, yeah, I know it shouldn't really make a difference, but I definitely feel like I play better with the Octane or feel better with the Fennec. I definitely like the Fennec, but I always feel like I prefer the Octane. We'll play Fennec after this and see how we feel. No! That could have been pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, I love the idea there, Ian. Bonk. Hello? Hello? Whoa, did you lag? Why are you having to grab no pads? Give us 7 pads. What? Okay, he said controller DC. I was like, what did you just do? Oh my God. I was about to say, like, why did you just let them score? Oh man, we chose a horrible time to DC on that controller. The controller cord is honestly the biggest upgrade from the PS5 to PS4, dude. I swear, people who aren't making that decision need to make that decision. I've never had a PS5 controller break because of the cord. You'll never guess what I can do now. Shut the frick up, Salah. Yeah, I would love to see you try that. I'm kidding. I don't know. What can you do now? Close. Ooh. This Salah can donate. What the heck?
This.
Did they fix the latency? I don't know, man. I play with the Wii nunchucks on my PC, so. And by PC, I mean my Samsung Smart Toaster. They're basically PCs now. Got an OLED screen on my toaster now, though. Pretty solid upgrade. Lucky I was going for the triple reset for no reason, or triple tap on that one. Teammate don't get bumped. Excellently done. Slot, thank you for the 199. What a catch. I still use steering wheel and I was wondering about upgrading. Wait, I'm sorry, what did you just say? You use a steering wheel for playing Rocket League? Excuse me? Excuse me? But back before I went back to my Wii nunchucks, yes, I did use a PS5 controller. I don't know about the latency. I've never noticed the latency. Honestly, it's just because USB-C is like the superior connection. So when you have like a USB mini and you're just like, it like is kind of wobbly. Even on a brand new controller, you can like pull the controller cord and it feels a little like, yeah, oh. Not gonna lie, I was reading chat and was not paying attention to the call at all. Just want to show you that. Thank you, Slaw. You would miss. All that I asked them about a few days ago into Best Buy and looked at the display, pretty big visual. Oh no, 100%. It looks great. Like the colors are really nice. The clarity, I think, from the screen, because typically I went from really? 8th goal. I'm surprised you reached that. I went from a 1080p 240 hertz monitor to an OLED 1440p, and it just looks so pretty, dude. Every single game I play looks so gorgeous. Also, I forget, the higher resolution, the more screen space you have, so when you're working, you can fit a lot more on one monitor. What? I was like of two minds of that. I'm like, he's definitely good enough to double tap that, but I want to take away the angle, but that was a good pass. These people need to, okay, everyone needs to get on the same page about what these fakes mean or whatever. When someone says need boost, in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, you want me to lose it to the corner. And so I lose it to the corner, and then they're not in the corner. And I'm like, what are you looking for on that one? Is that like a different kind of fake that you want, or what? Like, I don't know. And then people, luckily Bubby's not getting super upset with me, but like there's been a bunch of like people who I've played with before who like, they'll call stuff out like that, and then when I don't do it, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, what? I don't know what you're trying to communicate. Just type it out, like, oh, Spanish or whatever. I don't know. Ooh, I like a double commit. never was an upgrade from PS5. I mean, don't worry about it. I had a PS5 controller before I even owned a PS5. I just wanted to upgrade and see what it felt like. I will say the build quality is insanely different. PS4s just feel like cheaply made compared to the PS5. Also, in just terms of like the health of the sticks, like I feel like I don't get stick drift in the PS5 until like a year and a half into it. Whereas in PS4, I felt like every 4 months I was like at a point where I'm like, why is the stick already drifting? Like it got like really frustrating because I'm like, it really shouldn't be this fragile this early on. And there's a lot of pros who swear by PS4, like the entirety of OG esports. I remember it was Com, JNeps, and Noli. They were all playing PS4. And they're like, yeah, I'm not switching because I don't like the feel of it. This is a very good touch by Eighthful. Oh, I had a red tag on my team. Never mind. That explains a lot. I'm gonna Q dodge that guy. The wire port breaks. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the reason. That's actually the main reason I stopped playing on the PS4 is because the controller USB Mini is just a horrible interface because it's so small that like any movement on the stick breaks it. It breaks the port. It breaks the thing. And there's been too many times where I was playing. And my controller keeps going, like I'd move it like a millimeter and go da-dum, 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 da-dum. And I'm like, buddy, like what is going on? I'm not even moving the cord, like come on. And ever since I got a PS5, I don't think I've ever experienced that. So I'm like, I don't really think the PS4 is worth doing all that. I guess if you're a pro player who wants to play PS4, it's fine. You can afford infinite PS4 controllers and whatever. I know Sosa has like a stacked up thing of like, I think he has got like the same controller. He bought like 10 copies of it or something crazy like that. Oof, that's actually kind of an insane dunk, I'm not gonna lie. Although I will say it's objectively hilarious for my teammate who doesn't have a touch. Instead of just tapping it slightly, he hits it down line and into the middle instead of just keeping possession. We'll never understand that. Okay. Buddy, that wasn't even on purpose. Buddy. Nice. Cool. All right, ASC, if you want to be cute, then I'll be cute right back. Slap you out of the way. Bonk. If I say need boost, I'm going to get boost. Need boost. Well, that's the thing is like, hey, Mr. Eat Taco, as a CRL analyst, how do you think ASU is going to do? Oh. I knew my teammate was back on that, but I also didn't want to lob it up the wall. Not the clear I wanted. Nice beat. I don't think it's going to roll, unfortunately. Bang. Not gonna lie, almost got bamboozled by that. I realized halfway through he's not going for 50. It was like, oh, he's actually trying to peek. Now, when people say need boost, need boost, need boost, in my mind, I'm like, oh, need boost implies a boost play, so therefore you're gonna go for the boost, right? And so when players don't go for the boost and instead just cheat up, I'm like, how am I supposed to know that? Especially because like there's multiple types of fakes. Like there's a lot of players who are like, I know one time someone said I got it 3 times, and they're like, oh, that means Spanishing. I'm like, well, how am I supposed, like, what? Well, I don't play enough 2s, so I don't know these secret freaking codes that you guys are operating under. It's ancient hieroglyphics. Making it control 360 with modern latency. Is that not a thing already? I mean, the Xbox controller has native support with PCs, so I'd be a little confused if it didn't have good latency. Ooh. Any advice for time 2 trying to hit champ? Learn how to faster, play off the wall better, keep the ball close. Stop focusing on playing fast and play intelligently. Kind of like that. I forgot that 2's players pass. New Xbox controllers are the same as 360. Well, what are they not the exact same? I feel like I haven't seen a lot of form factor differences. Maybe not form factor. Don't stop driving. Go. Okay. That guy kept driving, and I'm like, buddy, that's gonna drop faster than you think. You're gonna get ahead of it. Ooh, I missed that corner boost. Love it. Oh, thank God. Try to get in front and no one touches it. Well done, teammate. Good shot. I said, they're like, hey, how's Arizona State gonna do? And I'm like, or how's ASU? Because they're from Arizona State. And I'm like, oh, Arkansas State, great team, much better than Arizona State. They're like, no. What are we doing here? Same button line, but the new ones are bulkier? Are they? I don't remember them being bulkier. Well, you'd be the expert. I don't know. Last time I held a Xbox controller was when I was doing a casting gig and they gave me a free headset. And they also gave me a free electric yellow, or electric lime or whatever it was called, colored Pro controller. And I don't know, I just never liked the left stick being up to the left of the control. Oh, sorry, up to the left of the controller. I never enjoyed that. Always felt a little jank and a half. As the former ASU coordinator, I'd like to plead the fifth on how ASU will do. I don't. Well, I mean, that's kind of my thing, admittedly. Like I know ASU has made some like decent runs in the past, but I don't know the roster, so it's really hard to rate them. Like as much as I like to be like the expert in collegiate Rocket League and whatnot, I feel like a lot of people are like, hey, what do you think about roster? I'm like, buddy, I don't know who you are. Half the time when I'm doing rankings, like I'm basing it off of like, obviously results that I can find, but half the time it's also just like, I played these guys in ranked, and based on how well they play, I'm like, I'll put them here. Hey, it's Roldiz. Nice. I like how the PS5 is larger, but the Xbox. What are you talking about? The PS5 controller is definitely not larger than an Xbox. Xbox controllers always feel way bigger. In fact, I've had many friends who are like over 6 feet tall who've said like they have like larger hands. The PS5 feels small compared to an Xbox controller. All right. Honestly, it's really funny how the Red Ring of... I honestly wonder how much Xbox's downfall can be traced back to them effing up the Xbox 360's release. Because the first next-gen console I ever had was my mom. What the heck just happened? Sorry, I got sidetracked. What was I saying? Right, my first next-gen console was the Xbox 360 first edition, like first gen. And my mom bought it for me, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. Thanks, Mom. But then, like, within like 4 months, I was one of the, check it, 40% of people who had a Red Ring of Death, which means for all you Zoomers out there, it was a error with the console where it would just stop working, like straight up. It just died. There was like error messages, and if you got 3 rings around the outside of the power button, it meant your console's basically bricked. And it was so common that I think the official end user statistics were it's like 40% of consoles ended up like bricking themselves. And because of that, I sent it back in. Microsoft repaired it for free, which I learned probably is the Apple way of repairing, where they just give you a new one. And I got a new one. It bricked also, and I'm like, you know what, F this, and I went to a PS3. And I never looked back. And I honestly think way back when, now that Microsoft has essentially capitulated and said, yeah, you know what, Halo is going to be on Sony in the future. You know, screw it, we lost the console wars, we're going to admit it, and just like cringe. But I wonder how much of that can be traced back to how many people started with an Xbox 360 and was like, ah, it broke, screw this console, and then went to Sony. That's a really good up by Smooth. Went to the opposite direction. Don't like how we both went. Sad. Venice, hello? Use Bacchus, not for anything I'm rocking, like cosmetically, but I do use it for like MMR. Hey, by the way, that was the best touch that could have possibly happened. Realize, pinch that one, and look at this roll. Perfectly up the lip and across, oof. I do really wish Venice did not chase that as hard, but, you know, happens. Venice, I'm gonna ask you to politely calm the hell down. This man is, I can hear him diving in after every play. Hiding. No. Oh, that sap was faking me. He actually just straight up did not have the read. That's so classic, dude. I missed the corner, and I'm like, ah, it's fine. It's not going to get past 2 players, right? And it got past 2 players. I forget why I'm queuing 3s still. What the? Nobody can touch stuff. Yeah, we're done queuing 3s for the day. Holy crap, what a throw. That's just not worth it. It is not worth the time, my time. I would 100% play DS again if they didn't delete the game store. It's very confusing. I don't know how much maintenance it would require to keep the existing game store up. I'm not touching Nintendo Switch 1 or 2. Why not 1? I understand if you don't want to buy 2, but like, why not 1? If I do, it's simply for Mario Kart. Switch has had some pretty good games, though. I would say the Switch is worth it alone just for the Zelda games. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are pretty solid games just by themselves. I always have a Switch also because I found that the Switch is the most accessible games you can buy on the market. So when, for example, like I've been dating people, and I've dated a couple people who are like very type A, I am always busy type people. And I found that a couple of those people are so busy that they've never actually understood how to have a hobby of their own. And I say that in the sense that like, yeah, they'll watch TV shows, they'll like go out every once in a while, but they don't know how to spend time when they're not working. So they can just get like super absorbed in their partner, or they'll be like, just kind of drown it out with something else. And I've tried to introduce some of those people to be like, have you ever tried playing a video game? They're like, no, video games are way too hard and they're technical. Because they're thinking about it like COD or like something, or FIFA or something like really mechanically complex. But then you show them like, hey, let's just like walk through how Pokemon works or something. Let's walk through how Zelda works. Let's work through whatever. And just like slowly give them a tutorial. And then they're like, oh, this is like pretty straightforward and not like hyper difficult. This is like pretty basic stuff that I can kind of get into. And whenever I've done that, I've actually gotten people to actually get like interested in video games in the sense that like, oh, this is like, I understand the appeal now of like how people spend their time like this and how, you know, this is like a fun little hobby now. I should have gone faster. I thought I had time to skim that. Other than showing him more stuff, he's buying my cousin. Because I'm not of the mindset that everyone should play video games, but it just for me, it was something where I'm like, I was observing some of my former partners, and they just did not really have a hobby that they went to. They like didn't knit, they didn't do anything in their free time. So it's kind of like, I think you should try this out. Just see how it feels. I think you're approaching it from the wrong philosophy, and yeah, they kind of were. Man, this game would be way interesting if we had any semblance of an ability to stop a shot. This is the weirdest game of all time. Pokemon EV training shy down. I mean, for me, it's just like Pokemon is just a very straightforward thing, because any game that doesn't require reaction time is like a good game, I think, for most people to start off with. Like anything that doesn't require a ridiculous amount of hand-eye coordination or reaction time, I think is a great like starter game, which is kind of why I like Pokemon. Because like cute little art style, you know, it's something that is meant for kids, but like it's not completely egregious if a guy, like an adult tries to play it, you know. I still think that games should level themselves up a little bit in Pokemon, because I do feel like a massive swath of their audience is actually like adults and teenagers. It's not like 5-year-olds, you know. I've never really understood why Pokemon continues to act like the only people who play it is like 10 years old. Pokemon uses own voice acting. Oh, it's because Nintendo's cheap, and they know those games are gonna sell like hotcakes anyway. Plus, that's just more work that Game Freak has to do, and Game Freak is already one of the most overworked studios of all time. Nintendo's really going to those guys, be like, hey, you have to churn out a new Pokemon game every year. What? Not gonna lie, I was kind of acting like he was touching that completely differently, so it's on me. AG, you might have to kill yourself. I don't know about that, buddy. You physically were watching me on the ball get there before you, and you still doubled and bumped into me. Like, do you wanna answer for that sin? Buddy, like, we gotta lock in here. I'm not convinced this is GC3. This is where this territory comes in of like occasionally GC3 where I think we're just dealing with like hyper boosted players or whatever. Because I just don't understand how this many scenarios of effing up happens in like very basic ways. Like everyone's gonna get scored off kickoff, everyone's gonna get the occasional air dribble or whatever, but it's just so funny to watch like someone just look at a ball in a very straightforward way and be like, I have no idea how to approach that. And I'm like, no, you do. You just don't have any idea of how to actually go about that. Again, why are you getting dusted to that? Holy crap. What MMR are you? If you're higher than me, then officially this game is broken. Oh, thank God, you're much lower than me. Okay, cool. Also, did not realize I was in the mid 1700s for twos. Damn, we've been grinding today, chat. For me, I'm kind of just like, I'm not interested in Pokemon anymore because I played not the most recent ones. Scarlet and Violet. And I was just blown away how they have completely eliminated any semblance of challenge in those games. And I know every time I say that, people are like, oh, but like it's a kid's game and you're surprised it's like not hard. But I'm like, no, but the thing is like when people think about Cynthia, for example, or like Wallace from Pokemon Emerald, like those were actually difficult fights. Like it really felt like if you didn't prep a team enough or train them well, it's like they were very difficult Elite Four or like, you know, champion fights. And nowadays it just feels like you're genuinely just playing against like recruit difficulty bot, where like their Pokemon are not actually that good. I remember watching a Pokemon video where they were like, yeah, the champion or whatever her name is in Scarlet and Violet is like the worst final trainer you'll probably ever play in any Pokemon game. And I agreed, because when I got to there, I was just blowing through those final battles, and I just eliminated her first try, no effort. And I was just like, if I can sweep your entire team basically with one Pokemon, then that's not a well-designed fight. Like, this is not a speed run. Nice. And so in my mind, I'm just like, I just feel like Pokemon shouldn't be like, you know, Dark Souls difficulty, but it does feel like, I thought the bounce is completely different, not gonna lie. I just feel like the bosses should at least be like somewhat difficulty. And for me, when you look at the demographics of Pokemon, I guarantee like about half of them are teenagers or older. Because you have to remember, Pokemon's an old franchise. Like I'm 31 and I still have like a bunch of like pro Pokemon stuff in my apartment. I still have like posters on the wall behind me. I have like really cool like merch on the shelf behind me and whatnot. I still like the aesthetics of Pokemon. I still like the retro games of Pokemon or whatever. So it's just kind of weird that the adult fans get dismissed and they're making it like a baby difficulty. I'm like, at least make it like 2 difficulties. Because I know they have in the AI of the game, or what? Well, not AI, but like in the back-end coding, they have multiple trainer difficulties. Like when you fight a gym leader back in the day, there was actually technically like a leader difficulty. And it meant you were playing basically against someone who made smarter decisions, who punished you more effectively. Like if you have a type difference advantage or whatever against a certain Pokemon, the leader will always take advantage of it. Like they'll use a lot more buffs to make their Pokemon a lot more intimidating or whatever. Like it actively was a difficulty slider. And I'm like, I don't know why Pokemon doesn't use that more. Abort. Read the first time was January as a kid, Buddy was stacked. No, 100%. Like, but that's the thing is like some of those. I feel like it was around Gen 3 where I started noticing just how insanely dumbed down the game started getting after that. Because I remember in like, yeah, I was younger, but I still remember those bosses as being like really stacked, high with levels. Also, a lot of spread in terms of like what coverages you had to have as a Pokemon trainer. And I was just like, wow, that actually felt like I had to plan and think. Nowadays, I feel like I could literally just like there was a famous like thread back in the day of a dude just training a single Rattata through all of Fire Red, and he beat the entire game with just one singular Rattata. And I feel like challenges like that are kind of funny, but I feel like back in the day it wouldn't even be a challenge nowadays. I feel like you could generally just pick a random Pokemon and power through the game, which just feels very weird to say. Because they've just, I don't know, they just dumbed everything down. What the fuck are you doing? Why is everyone so fucking brain dead right now? Phil, in what world are you winning that? This man is on the wall, and you're turning and thinking that's your, like, I don't know, man. There's like a certain point of night where I swear everyone loses 50 IQ, and then it goes back up at the late end of the night. Like, once it gets to, like, demon hours of, like, midnight or whatever, people start getting good again. But I swear, there's, like, this, like, little lull of people, like, just finished eating dinner. Got all, like, sleepy and whatever, and they're trying to queue ranked, and they just can't frickin' do it. Like, I don't know what I'm witnessing right here. Again, this is, like, where GC3 gets really confusing. I've had, like, better teammates in GC2, but now that I'm, like, 1750, I'm, like, 100 MMR off SSL or whatever, we're, like, somehow getting players who can't hit an aerial? Like, hello? I'm sorry to get upset, guys. We've been on a good streak here, and if I'm gonna lose a game, I want to be actually getting peaked on. I don't want it to be because we're just giving the ball away. Nice. Ugh. We love the shitty player. I was ranking up. I work night shifts on wide awake. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I hate this like lull from like 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. There's just like this period where everyone becomes really bad, and it's really frustrating. Oh, that was not meant to be a pass, but it could have been a goal. Could have been a goal. Oh my god, he went behind me. My bad. Super late at 3, 4 a.m. Title lobbies are completely different. Oh, 100%. That's like my current theory of like ranked, where it's like there's like this like post-dinner crowd of ranked players who are actually just like super out of it. Like they're just tired after a day of work or whatever and all that. But like then when you get back to like the demon hours, then the games get really good. I don't know why you thought that was yours, broker. Scott's thoughts. This whole channel solo format. Scott's thoughts. Oh wait. Oh, I'm okay. That was on me. I turned away because I'm thinking, well, teammate had the advantage on that position. What are you like? Why are you going to the wall? In no world are you winning that if you go off the wall. I'm thinking, okay, he fake chows that, and then he holds it up, and then we play the next one. I'll get boost, because he's not going to just immediately go. Like, I just don't know if these people are conscious sometimes. Like, notice how I'm not on the wall for that, because I know the only position he has is to hit it in the middle or down the line, none of which actually involve going up the wall. Low 50, close one. You're very close, Bill. And because of that, you missed your aerial. And because of that, you're gonna have an awkward time with that. Ah, definitely felt like I jumped over it, but okay. Beefy, I don't know. Oh, he did. Never mind. That works. I was like, I'm getting something on that. That's a good catch. Chow? Ooh, teammate went all the way back and forward. Don't conflict. Nice. So I'm going silent. I've noticed just how much more I have to focus in this game versus the others. Yours? 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. That works. Ah, I was trying to keep it on target. Cringe. That was definitely scoreable. Don't bounce out. All right, well, that's my singular F up. All right, good night, everybody. Not really worth. Keep going. That's third straight game. I'm not a fan.